People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Now people, this is an update about a video that I did yesterday, and it is pertaining to a little incident that occurred in Montego Bay, where I talk about St. James, in which two Chinese businessmen were slapped away, and also their security was also taken to the place of recovery. Now the person we are speaking about, the Chinese, their name is Kenneth Lee, and his associate, the associate's name is Carl Reed. Now based on the information, it is said that they were on their way, they were leaving a business, a bank establishment, when they were pounced upon by these robbers, these thieves, these taker people. When me talk about pounce upon, may I talk about with some tall bro, may I talk about some tall up, may I talk about some M to the 60, may I talk about some ASSAULT type of conning. People, we are speaking about chaos and catastrophe. We are speaking about all hell broke loose. We are speaking about in Montego Bay. We are talking about St. James. We are talking about Pan Church Street. And based on the information, it is said that when the businessman realized that he was pounced upon, him try to take for himself in a van and people, he took the opposite side of the one way. That means that he was going the opposite direction, and he basically lick up in our next car and people. We are talking about FIRE. And based on the reports, it is said that he, along with his associate, we are speaking about his employee, pick up multiple cans of people. When you see the video, may I talk about the video of the actual SHOOTING. It is off the chain, it is off the Richter scale. And people, if you want that video, you can WhatsApp me at 1-876-894-2711. But be very patient, I have a lot of stuff to do. So anyways, people, based on the information, like I said, the Popo is now investigating the CCTV. We are talking about the camera footage. And it is said that the incident occurred at about 9 something in the morning. We are talking about the wee hours of the morning. So we are speaking about the brazen type of thief, them armed people. Like I said before, there are two types of robbers in Jamaica. We are talking about the bare-faced one, them that basically pounced upon these Chinese men yesterday. And we are also speaking about the more professional. We are talking about the Popo. We are talking about the soldier. We are talking about the deportee taker, them people. We are talking about two different sort of thief. And yesterday, these Chinese buck up on the wrong one, them, because they was not playing with the A to the K point blank and period. The Popo report also indicated or said that Mr. Lee was slapped away with his piece on his side. So people, we saw that they caught him by surprise. They kind of shocked and awed him, and he did not even have a chance to retaliate. He did not even have a chance to basically defend himself. Now people, when we listen to stuff like this, it sounds like an inside job. It sounds like these persons are getting some information. It sounds like Mr. Lee might have a mole in his business. We are talking about his establishment. It seems like somebody called somebody and tell him, say, listen, he is going to the bank at X amount of time, so kind of look out for him, because this is the day that he does his pick up or him drop off. People, may I talk about pick up because it would not make any sense, because based on the Popo report, it is said that he was coming from the bank and he had millions, and it is also said that they escaped with millions of dollars. So people, the video that I did yesterday, I said I did not know how much money they got or if they indeed got some money. So now people, this is verified, this is validated, point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. One word, don't put no space between the words. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that a visually impaired student of the University of the West Indies, so me I talk about a bright girl, her name is Jasmine Dean. She has been missing for a couple of days, and based on the information from the family members and persons in her district or her community, they are saying that she was on her way from school. We are talking about the university, when somebody known as Juiceman, he recommended a taximan, and the taximan said that he was not working. However, the taximan picked up this girl, and since the taximan picked up this girl, she has been missing. Now the family is claiming, they are saying, they are alleging that the taxman, he knows something about her disappearance. There is something wrong about his story, because based on what they are saying, this taxman was picked up for questioning by the Popo and he was let go after a couple of days, or after a couple of hours. Sorry. Now, based on what the family is saying, based on the family story, they are saying that the taxman claimed that he let her off. However, they are saying, they are alleging that there is something wrong with his story. It does not make any sort of sense, because they are saying that their family member, I am speaking about Jasmine Dean, she is a very sensible person and she would not just go missing just like that, even though she is visually impaired. And people, by visually impaired, she is not totally blind. She just has some seeing deficiencies. That means that she is not seeing 20/20. She is way off, point blank and period. Now people, when we think about situation like this and we see the very disturbing trend that is occurring in Jamaica as it pertains to young people, as it pertains to student and constructive persons in society just going missing, or even worse, getting slapped away. And when we see and when we think about the fact that a taxman is involved once again, people, the point that I am trying to make is that this is the reason why the authorities, we are speaking about the relevant authorities, always want to insist that most of these people are registered, because at least if they are registered, you can basically keep a tabs on them. Therefore, you know who is who, which part is where. And we see that a lot of taxmen, we see that a couple of years ago, there was a trend where a lot of persons were getting missing, and it was because of these taxmen. So people, we understand in Jamaica that there's a copycat syndrome, and whenever we see one person getting missing, we're always going to see a trend. We are speaking about a very disturbing trend. So people, the family member is asking anybody with any type of relevant information as it pertains to her whereabouts to contact the Popo and let them know, because they are feeling very bad right now. They are feeling very sad right now. And people, we can understand why. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. So the next thing that is popping in the news is an update as it pertains to the thief of $50 million. We're speaking about former education minister. We're speaking about Royal Reid. And we're also speaking about the president of the CMU. We're speaking about Professor Fitzpinnock. Now, based on the information, it is said that the Supreme Court refused the application for leave for judicial review in the criminal charges against the former education minister and also the CMU president. The report also stated that the Supreme Court also refused the application for leave of the appeals decision. So people, the moral of the story is this. We saw that the Supreme Court basically refused everything. They did not grant diddly squat, because we saw that maybe about a month ago, the lawyer for these two two-foot hyena, he basically filed an appeal for basically get the case thrown out based on a technicality. So people, see in Jamaica, these persons think like they can use the rich card or the high society card or the MP or the politician card, and they are always trying to beat it upon some sort of technicality. And what is even more disturbing, based on the track record of Jamaica and the judicial system, these rich people always get away basically with any sort of ROBBERY, point blank and period. However, in this case, it seems like them draw nil, because people, everything was refused. And people, it seems as if they will have to face the piper. Them have to pay the piper. So it seems like the wheels of justice are finally turning. However, people, understand that this is Jamaica. There is always a way and there is always a will. So people, these little crook, these little uptown thief, they always find a little way for kind of worm and skirmish them way out of everything, point blank and period. So people, if you've been following this case, we saw that last month a panel of 3 judges basically declined or refused the application for judicial review based on what the defense lawyer is claiming. He is claiming that the Financial Investigative Division did not have the power to basically charge his client. I am speaking about Royal Reid, and I am also speaking about Professor Fitzpinnock. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that these two thieves and their lawyer, they went to the lower court and then they went to the Supreme Court. However, on both occasions, it was shut down. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.